Hello everyone, thank you so much for being here. This past semester has been insane. I have learned so much, I have had so many life-changing experiences, I have made so many mistakes, but I have learned and grown so much, and I'm so thankful that finally I got the chance to get my life together and reassess a lot of aspects of my life and take the initiative to change them and do better, such as my work, myself, my self-growth. And I do think that this past semester has been the journey of creating those steps of taking my life from where it is to how I want it to be. But I'm super glad that I finally have the energy and the excitement to be vlogging again. I feel like there's a more zest to life for me. Maybe it's the holidays, I don't know. Maybe it's the holidays because, dude, like everything after like October is Christmas. Christmas break, I literally fly home Friday and I am so excited. And because I feel like I have a lot more insights, I do think that I can put out more valuable content out there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the vlog. So just finished breakfast. It was amazing. Well, it was more of like a brunch. And now I'm headed to the library to study for a few hours. One thing about Berkeley is that this place is genuinely so hilly. I know everyone talks about that, but there's such a perk because after you eat, you get a nice post-meal digestion walk. And I think it's such a win-win. But what sucks is I always show up to the library or wherever I need to show up, panting and sweating. Gets so dry here. Vaseline is my best friend. I'm just gonna be at home all night, so I'm gonna Vaseline my whole face. Many people call this slugging. I heard that term on Instagram somewhere. I call this, my mom has done this since I was 5. Always nice to go back to the basics. Shiny glazed donut is always the aesthetic we're trying to achieve, and I think we did a really good job. This semester, as I mentioned earlier, was a huge growth semester, and it's taught me so much about myself and given me so many insights that I really didn't think I would ever understand. And it's gotten me to a place in my life where I really thought I never would be. From my own experience, I thought I would share some potentially valuable insights that could help someone that I've learned for myself by kind of just going through it. So the first thing is I've always experienced insecurity in a lot of areas of my life. It's very common in a lot of people, and myself, I experience it a lot. And I always used to feel like that's something, like a part of me that I need to fix and I need to work on. But I feel like that had me really drained and exhausted because there came a point where I didn't even know what there was to work on. I know I'm insecure, but it's like, what can I do about it? Eventually I hit a wall where I was like, I don't know what I can do about this. I'm tired of trying to figure this out. And eventually there came a point where I really put my hands up and stopped trying to get in the way of my emotions being processed, let myself be sad and let myself be anxious as long as I needed to. I stopped seeing that there was something wrong with me and instead just something that I'm experiencing. Fear, anxiety, doubt. The second I kind of took away that need to control, a lot of these troublesome, heavy emotions went away on their own and actually gave me so many insights that I wouldn't have been able to get the insights and lessons that I did and have it actually stick with me if I continued to manipulate myself out of the anxiety and fear and doubt. I showed myself how strong I actually am without even realizing how strong I am. And I feel like a lot of us overlook that, and we consider ourselves to be weak if we think we are feeling fearful or scared or doubtful or nervous or anxious about something. And I want to be that voice to let people know that you're a lot stronger than you think, and it's almost like you can't consciously see how strong and resilient you are. Even if you feel like you're not enough, that emotional processing and healing and growing is already happening actually without your conscious effort, and it's a matter of you deciding that it's not your job. In fact, it's almost like you're led to do things without having to try to figure out what to do once you release the control from this whole emotional growth process. I hope I'm making sense here. It's just, in essence, I stopped trying to get somewhere else, and instead I let myself be taken there. So for anyone who feels like they're struggling, they're putting in a lot of effort, but they're seeing no results in their life, in any aspect of your life, you're exactly where you need to be. I feel like I wish I told this myself 6 months ago, but I'm exactly where I need to be. There's nothing I'm doing wrong. There's literally nothing I can do wrong to mess anything up in my life. The insights and answers will come to you. You don't even need to force yourself to let go or surrender to anything, because once you're ready to, you will. And this whole process has helped me develop such an intense trust within myself that I don't think I could ever get anywhere else. About the trust part, many times I question like why I had to learn a painful lesson in the manner that I did. And in the moment when I was going through that pain, I was having such a hard time trusting anything or anyone, or trusting life in general, because I'm like, this is just so whack. Why am I struggling so much? Why am I experiencing so much difficulty while other people are like so effortlessly doing what I want to be doing? And when I came out on the other end, I look back and I'm like, oh my God, if things didn't happen and worked out the way they did in that moment when it was super painful, I would have not had the experiential, valuable insight that will probably stick with me for the rest of my life than if I had learned it any other way. If you were just given a piece of paper about all the lessons you're gonna learn in life, would it make sense where you are right now? It wouldn't, because you haven't gone through the experiences to understand what those lessons mean and how they're relevant to you in your life and how that pertains to your growth, because they're just words on paper unless they have meaning. And I feel like only life experiences and events can give meaning to ideas and stories. It's a really reassuring perspective that reminds me that I'm exactly where I need to be, and this is all gonna make sense at some point, even if it doesn't in the moment. I just think these are some really important insights, because I feel like in a lot of areas in people's lives, people tend to feel lost or stuck, just like I did in many areas of my life, and eventually it makes sense. And it's only gonna make sense if you let yourself be where you are right now. Trust that you are exactly the way you are in this moment for a reason. Because if you were to be somebody else in this moment, you would have already been them by now. I'm not at all saying you should not work on yourself or self-improve. Those are amazing things. Just make sure you're doing it for the right reasons and not to run away from painful and heavy emotions or negative experiences. I think it's really important to acknowledge the emotions and perspectives you're having in the moment, because only that acceptance lets you grow and naturally want to self-improve and do things to better your health or better your relationships, better your academics. And I think that it's easier to self-improve and work on yourself when you stop feeling like you're constantly a problem that you need to fix. I think that's all I have to say on that. I do want to share more of my insights in the future, in future videos, as I grow and I go through life. But these are just some really pertinent insights that stuck with me and have been super relevant in my life lately. I just feel so good sharing it with people, because what's the point of knowing something that is potentially valuable and not share it with people? Because I just know for a fact, some way or the other, this might help at least one person. But yeah, those are my thoughts. This is my favorite part of the day. Watch this. Oh, it's awkward. It's not plugged in. There you go. Shredded cheese straight out of the bag. Hits the spot every time. Wish you guys physically understood how excited I am to eat this. This is dinner. I already took a bite. This is pesto cheesy bread. I used the vegan pesto from Trader Joe's, and I put sun-dried tomatoes, and I used ciabatta bread. I made a salad and I put blue corn chips in them. Then I made stir-fried sesame, ginger, and I'm on my broccolini. It is such a weird mix, but I'm beyond excited to eat. Personally, I think skin looks best the second after you dry your face after washing it. It's like a baby's butt. Vitamin E oil. For lashes and eyebrows, I use just a little bit of castor oil. hair care time. Vitamin A is responsible for vision, cell growth, and healthy maintenance of skin and hair. Eat your vitamin A. Eat your carrots. I think. I don't know. Don't take my word for it.
Bless you.